In this video, there will be plot points of Grand Theft Auto 5's story. If you don't want to see these spoilers, you can stop at any time. Enjoy! What's up guys, NexxDjinnGamer here with mission number 5 of Grand Theft Auto 5. We have Chop. We have 3 goals in this mission. There's not a scratch. There's let's see, home dog, and then there's advanced reflexes. Not a scratch is of course referring to not scratching up Lamar's van, which I guess really who cares because it's just a shitty ass van. But that's one goal that we have to worry about. The second goal is home dog, which it requires us to be in Chop's perspective for, I think, what is it, 7 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 7 seconds. And then there's advanced reflexes, which requires us to use Franklin's slow down ability while driving for what, like 10 seconds, I think it is, or something like that. It's nothing too serious, of course, because this is still kind of the beginning of the game. So I mean, only our fish mission. 5th mission here, so I mean, of course, this mission is not too difficult to actually 100%. And so I mean, of course, not a scratch, just just drives easy, and you have to chase a guy on a motorcycle, so that's kind of difficult, I guess. But really, it's a super driven path that you don't have to worry about too much going on. It's kind of like the first mission, or not the prologue mission, but the very first mission with Franklin and Lamar, where you have to worry about driving the rental cars and everything, or the repossessed cars or whatever back without scratching those up. It's it's scripted, but hey, I mean, of course, this mission here, it's simple for the most part. I mean, unless you really suck at driving. But so anyways, when you start out the mission, if you're replaying it, you won't have Franklin's slow down ability yet. So I mean, of course, when you get back in the van itself after the motorcycle chase starts, you get a full meter of slowdown time, which is awesome. So I mean, that's when you can start building up the slow-mo right there. The 10 seconds that we need to get, and then from there, you just go ahead and continue on. And so the first part of the mission is us actually going to find this guy. He's a baller. Yeah, baller. I had to think about that. That was weird. It didn't seem right. Baller. There we go. He's a baller, and then basically he's all dressed up in purple. And Franklin and Lamar are going to kidnap him for $40,000, I think it is, which is, I don't know, that's crazy. And then you'll see at the end of the mission. Though, I mean, if you're watching this for the first time, it's kind of weird because I mean, if you haven't played the mission already. But you don't even end up getting the money, which is kind of disappointing. Like you're talking about $40,000 early in the game. It's like, hey, that's dope. Like that's awesome. Let me get that money, and you don't really get anything. But here you can see here I built up a little bit of a slowdown time, so I was trying to get some seconds in right here. So I mean, before you actually hit the marker checkpoint, so you can do whatever you want. I mean, of course, building up that 10 seconds of slowdown time is good. I mean, of course, you have all the time in the world, really, especially once you get that full meter. You can just use that right at the beginning if you'd like. And see right there, that's what I'm talking about. Full meter right there. So even if you want to use 10 seconds at the beginning, you can just use 10 seconds to get that full thing right there if you'd like to. And then the home dog and not a scratch are further on in the video because you just still can't crash. So during this entire chase, don't crash. Like I mean, I know you might be tempted to just change after the bike and try and slow down time and knock them off. But it's a scripted mission. Like like it's all planned out from the start, so you can't actually catch them. It's supposed to happen a certain way, so you don't really stress too much about trying to catch them and everything because you can't until it happens in the mission, just by default. So continue chasing him down the hill. He does these crazy turns, and where is it? I think it was right. Where was it? Yeah, right there. That takeoff right there was ridiculous on that motorcycle and that turn. That was gross. I thought that was just crazy weird. But so this is him trying to lose us or whatever, not doing too good of a job because we're in this slow ass van, and he's on a motorcycle and not even taking the main streets is kind of funny just because these missions where you gotta chase people, and I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool if it was non-scripted and everything. Yet then again, I wouldn't want some player smart person driving through the world trying to lose me in all these like little tight alleyways like this. That would be pretty difficult to keep up with somebody, especially in this van. But here's what I'm talking about. This is when he falls out. So then you go ahead and hop out the van here. And in the scene, Franklin goes ahead and lets Chop out the back of the van. And then so from here, you got to go ahead and chase this guy through the, I guess, what is what I'm looking for? Damn, I'm drawing a blank. But through this area here, you just got to go ahead and chase him. And Chop is running, but he's just not running fast enough. and and fast enough to get him. And so you'll come up to this fence. There's a hole that Chop goes through, so you just have to climb it. And still, it's kind of the tutorial stages because it's still the only the 5th mission out of the 60. So, that's cool. And so it's pretty cinematic. I like it though. It's just it still makes you feel like you're playing a game. Still makes you feel a part of it. And then I thought this part was tight because Chop couldn't get through, but Franklin just busts through there, and it doesn't really stop you. It's not a super long cutscene. It's just all kind of blends together. Oh yeah, and this shit is hilarious. So it's supposed to go smoother than this, but obviously that's a fail. I tripped over it, so that was a fail. Chop was still going, and so you just continue on. He kind of climbs over this smoother. I think he's supposed to do it smoother than that, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't pressing the button at the right time. He goes ahead and hops on the train though, and you kind of lose him, but for some reason he's a dumbass and doesn't really go anywhere special. He's still around here somewhere. So we gotta switch to Chop's perspective here, and this is where you get the second part of the actual goal. This is the home dog place, so you gotta use his actual perspective for like 7 seconds, and you can kind of see like a heat trail. It doesn't really make sense because no matter what, you just gotta check all these cars. I mean, I guess you can just go ahead and skip, but it's for 7 seconds, of course. So once you have it for 7 seconds, you don't really need it any longer, unless the game's just bugging you to switch over. But then you'll just go ahead and go over to the each trailer cart that requires you with the blimp, and just go ahead and of course hit the right on the D-pad on PS3 or 360 just to open these up to go ahead and actually view what's actually in the carts. But nothing crazy is in any of these actually. So you just go ahead and continue up here, and then of course. This is hilarious. This had me dying the first time. I didn't even know you could pull them off. But once you get up here, Chop actually sees another dog and it just starts going at it. Starts fucking the hell out this dog. So funny, and especially to hear the dialogue. What Franklin says, man, Chop, you'll fuck anything. Way too funny when he says that. I didn't even hear that the first time I was playing a game. So maybe it was just some other dialogue. See right here, this is what I'm talking about. This is so funny. And it's funny because I was trying to get the last seconds in before we started going in. And then, so what I did my first time playing this mission is, what's it called? He was going at it, and I thought it was like, a scene, so you had to wait for him to finish or whatever, but no, duh, it says press right on the D-pad to call Chop back, so I was sitting there whistling to come back, but of course then on the bottom it says, go pull Chop off the other dog, so it's like, wow, I didn't even see that before, so then I run over here as quick as possible to try and hurry up and snatch that motherfucker off him, because he's killing right now. And so and then Chop gets back to business and goes ahead and continues the manhunt for this Vala that we're looking for. And we end up finding him in this next cart. This guy's hiding spots are terrible because watch this, So you go ahead and open up this, and this dude is crouched right there, like with the open door behind him. And he's like, he has the nerve to say, "Oh shit!" Like, no, like you're dumb as hell. Like, why wouldn't you run the second you hear that, Or duck or hide, it's pretty funny still, because this is when Chop gets his ass. He actually bites him in the arm, and he's all like, crying or whatever because he got bit in the arm. Franklin luckily takes Chop off of him, which is cool, saves that man's life. And then Lamar comes up, and some more funny dialogue. I swear the funniest, or okay, not the funniest, because Trevor has some funny ass dialogue in his missions too. But some of the funniest stuff comes from when Franklin and Lamar are together, because Lamar says some dumb stuff. It's ridiculous. So some of the stuff he says is so funny, I swear. But anyway, okay, so this is where you got to pick up on mission number 3 as well. I mean, goal number 3 or goal number 1, whatever you want to refer it to, but still not a scratch that you have to worry about. So now you have to drive the van all the way back to, I guess it's close to Franklin's house. It's just right up the street where you actually started the actual mission, where you picked up the van. But that's where you got to go ahead and go, and you end up just dropping this dude off because you're worried about getting caught because he knows it's Lamar and all that kind of stuff. So basically, this mission was just a big old waste of time. You get no money, no nothing out of it, but it's 100% it though. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's just not a scratch, home dog, and advanced reflexes. So kind of a tutorial stage still, tutorial type goals to 100% it. So you guys should have no trouble even doing this, mission here on 100% because it's very, very simple. But here's where we actually drop off this punk-ass guy. So we drop him off. Franklin ends up throwing Lamar's phone out the window. Pretty funny. Just because Lamar's like, what the hell? Like, just the way he says it is hilarious. And so you got to go ahead and post up here until they finish up all their dialogue. And then goes ahead and goes to a cutscene and wraps shit up with that. And you got to go ahead and go drop off Lamar. And for some reason, I thought this was weird in the game itself. I mean, I guess you don't want to, after the mission, be going around with Chop. I mean, unless you really wanted to. But, after the mission, Lamar takes Chop out of the van. I don't know, it was kind of weird. But they go ahead and continue here, and Did I already miss it? Yeah, he already threw his phone at the car. And yeah, so anyway, you go ahead and continue on to this yellow marker here in order to finish up the mission. Is still, you know, you got to worry about not a scratch. So I mean, you can still choose to drive, you know, as slow as you'd like because there is no time limit on this as well. And so you go ahead and pull up into this marker, and that's that mission. This is Chop, and that's pretty much it. Once again, a simple mission, guys. We'll go ahead and pick up next time. Of course, be sure to leave a like or a dislike, and let me know in the comment section what you did or didn't like about the video. It really helped me out. And of course, you know, guys, for more, please subscribe. It really helped me out. That'd be awesome. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. I appreciate that. This mission number 5 called Chop in GTA 5 Gold 100%. Mission passed. We're good. I'm out. Peace.